It was about the grant. No, when you were talking about multiple grants, let's say you got the 5, right? And like you said, they're not gonna track it, but in reality, and don't if this is gonna get somebody in trouble, then let me know. But as long as I'm spending the money on what I asked for, so like you just said, if I ask all 5 of them, it's for advertisement purposes, right? And you can see my payments are going toward my ad spend. If I show them the same, if I show all 5 of them the same ad spend, I mean, are they going to be like, hey, you use this for that person's ad spend? Like, I mean, in reality, let's say each person gave me 20K, right? I got 5 of them, so I got 100K, but all 100K is for ad spend. So I'm going to use it, obviously I'm going to use some of it for payroll and things like that, but I'm going to use it for ad spend. And then if they ask, do I need to be like, hey, this is your 20K of ad spend and this is somebody else's 20K? Like do they go that deep, or do they just need to see some type of paper trail of you using it? Because I don't want to, hearing it, I know people have different thought processes like myself. And I don't want somebody to be like, oh, well, shit, I'm going to get 10 of them and I just spend one and they won't know about the rest. No, don't do that. I'm just saying, like, if you get 20K ad spend and they see that you spend 60K in ad spend and they like, well, where did you get the other 40K? Oh, I got grants from other other government officials as well. And then they're like, oh, conflict of interest, give us the rest back.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to prevent.
So it sounds like you're asking, like, is it necessary to disclose that you have grants from other entities, I guess?
It's not. Okay. It's not. It really isn't. Now I'm gonna give the politically correct answer. Feel me? And it would be to like kind of what I hear what you're saying, and I can see that being an issue. I haven't come across that personally or whatnot, but I'm not gonna say it's impossible, because at the end of the day, they are gonna ask you how much you spent on everything. You feel me? So they are gonna want a detailed description on what you spent the money on, because at the end of the day, this is the difference between grants and loans. Loans, you can use on whatever. You can use loans on, I'm said something inappropriate, and you can use loans on anything. You feel me? But grants, it has to be what you use it for. It has to be what you ask for. So that's also why I recommend people don't just ask for just one thing, because if you're going to do multiple grants and then they ask for receipts, because they will ask for receipts.
Okay.
Then it's gonna be a sticky situation, and you can get creative on what you say. But at the same time, I don't want to say anything and someone be like, "Oh, that's unethical," so I'm just not gonna say it. So you can get creative on what you say. You can get creative on what you say or whatnot. But my best advice would be just to when you do apply to a grant, is to have so many other things that you use that you're asking for. Because at the end of the day, you can say, I want to use $20,000 for marketing. They understand that ish happens. And there's a possibility that your campaign went over and you need to use 30K or 40K, or they understand that you had an ROI, and the ROI you start pumping more of your ROI into the ad, so that's why you spent more. So again, that's why I said there's ways to where you can show, like, hey, the reason why I spent more is because I had ROI, so I put more into it. So again, which is nothing wrong with saying that, because that's true. It was grant money, but nonetheless, the best way to avoid that is really just to have multiple reasons why you're using the grant, because they're gonna ask. 100% they're gonna ask.
Okay. I mean, some of these questions are like repetitive or whatever. So I'm reading through. I'm listening, but I'm reading through to make sure that I'm covering everything, because the questions that we have, you're answering as we go along. So I'm like, no, that's good. So I personally like that, because I'd rather not have to lead, you know what I'm saying, somebody that is a professional in their industry, as opposed to,
I think I have, my apologies. I had that. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. It was playing in the background because I accidentally opened the tab. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you know what? I didn't hear it. And I'd be worried about mine.
I clicked on our video and it started playing in a whole different tab, like 1 second after you were talking. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine.